It's the time of day for fishing. Tackle packed, I'm on my way. Driving down these country roads with the sunset's golden ray. Destination's yet a mystery, but my heart's where the water flows. Hoping for a smashing mark where the school of silver glows. Will it be a sorry blank or fishes by the cast? Chucking out a 5-ounce lid, smooth hound big and fast. The evening breeze is calling with the tales that will begin. For cod bites, fishing adventures, it's time to reel one in.
Well, we're out again, ladies and gents. Welcome to Cod Bites Fishing Adventures. We're back at Makro. I did go to Paull, he was rammed, couldn't get on. King George Dock, the tide was out. So I've come to Makro, where I usually fish. One of my subscribers is just fishing to the left of me. He's already had 4 or 5, so he's doing really well. Our tide, I think, is about 8.32 or 8.42, somewhere around there. And 8.32, 8.42, and it's only a 6.16 metres, so it's very low. I know there's fish here because, as I say, he's had 4 or 5 already. I don't know how long he's been here, 'cause I never asked, but I'm going to have a good chat with him because he seems a real nice chap. Like, it's one of them really windy, blustery days, 30 plus knot winds, chilly wind as well. It's very chilly. I looked at the weather forecast. There's some tiny little showers coming in, but only for about half an hour, and then it should be dry all night, if the weather forecast can be believed. Like, that is. As I say, I've got a 3-hook flapper out on just pure fresh lug, a live lug as well. I'm on my SONIK Black Sport because it's my favourite rod for the river, and I'm on my Surf Blaster 8000 reel, 100-pound braid straight through. Let's hope we get some early fish. I mean, if I can get a quick fish early on and break this blank, because I haven't had a blank here this season, so I don't want to start today, do we? I might have to hold the camera for a bit because I say it might blow over. I've got it low down, but I can attach it to my box if I need be, so, you know. But I'm only out about 25 metres. I just want to test what shrapnel's coming down the river and whether it's holding or not. But I cast at 2 and it's dead on at 12, so it's looking good. I'm hoping the wind drops because it is really chilly. But I've got a couple of laser clothes on. I've got my army jacket on, which is windproof, so if I bang my little hoodie hood up, I won't be able to feel it with my back to the wind anyway, so I'm not that bothered. I'm just going to move my camp a little bit because I'm a bit too close to the rod and you won't be able to see a bite. I've had to sort of set my camp up to guard everything because obviously I don't want anything blowing over if I can help it. I've got loads of fresh bait today and loads of, well, I've got all kinds of bait, so, you know, there's no way I'm going to run out of bait anyway. That is a fact. I don't know what I was pointing at there when I was moving the camera, but you should be on the rod now. You know, I don't want to miss an early bite because it's quite possible you'll get one. I haven't put both rods out yet. I am fishing 2. They'll both, one will probably be on a 2-hook paternoster and the other on a 3-hook flapper. All homemade rigs. I've sort of got the depth of these snoods now, so they seem to be doing well. So I'm sticking to my tried and tested method of, you know, height and depth of the water kind of thing, where the fish are tending to feed. You know, after you've fished a venue that many times, you get used to, you know, where things are and what you need and where's all the snags and, you know, stuff like that. I think I've just got a bite. So I'm not going to waste all my fresh worms early on. Just like the other day, I might try a couple of casts with worm and then I'll move on to squid and mackerel or something. But I do intend to stay well about 10 tonight, and it is, at the moment, it's 16:29 and it's Sunday the 26th of October. So it's 4:30, Sunday the 26th of October. I'll be here well about 10 hours, just gone. If I'm catching loads of decent fish, any cod come in or out, you probably see me still fishing here at bleeding 12 o'clock or gone, you know what I mean. I'll last that and stay out as long as I like, so basically, you know, I'll stay out as long as I like. Obviously if I'm not catching much, then I won't stay out late. But I just thought I'd get the intro out of the way. We're at our favourite venue. There is a lot of fishing here down the bottom end there, so I've got a feeling it's going to be really busy because the tide is still 4 hours to top yet, so you know, and Paull was absolutely rammed. You know, you couldn't have got another space in there, so not a lot you can do there. I'm sure I've got a bite on that. Let me just go tighten that line up because it's run a bit slack in the wind. I haven't got my rod high in the air because of the wind. Obviously it'll just flap all over. You know, we don't want to be doing that. What we're after is a quick early fish, hopefully a little tiny cod. I don't care how big it is. I mean, I'm not looking for massive cod, you know what I mean? If I get one, I get one. But you know, obviously my species hunt today is cod. You know, it wouldn't be cod bites fishing adventures if I was looking for whiting bites. So well done to Elden's Codfather and Ming's Fishing Adventures on having a good session at King George Dock the other day on their last videos. Pretty well. I don't know what Shane did exactly because I haven't seen his video yet, but I know they fished together and Ming did really well. He had some good fish, so you know what Shane did I don't know, but there's a lot of people fishing the Humber now and getting some good content out there. I do sit and watch all these videos. You know, it's impossible to comment on them all because I've got you know, I get a lot of comments myself and it's really hard to keep up with everything and get all the fishing sessions in and stuff in between, so you know, it gets pretty busy. I mean, it's not always going to be like this. I'm going to take it easy as the summer approaches and spring and stuff. You know, I'll obviously fish when the cod are about. But I'm not, as I say, I'm not really into these smooth hound things. And, you know, I might fish for the odd rain that at Hornsey and, you know, Easington maybe in a few places. But I won't be putting many sessions in the summer because I'll be probably out freshwater fishing. So, you know, we'll take it from there. Right, I'm going to take a little break. When I come back, that rod's going to be banging, definitely, because that's when I'm going to put you on. So see you in a bit. Right, fellas, time to pull this first one in. See what it's like. I've got the other rod out. They're both on 3-up flappers, as I said. I've had a few little nibbles on this, but I put it down to the wind. Which quite possibly there might be a fish on it, like, but really windy though. It's about 40 knots. No fish. Bit of weed, very small amount. One worm gone, so it can go back out, but I'll just rebait that one hook. Just lock that on there so it doesn't disappear with the wind. And I'll just lock a bit of another bit of worm on there. I'm only using that. I've put squid on the other one. Squid and black, and one of them's got a bit of joey on, so we'll see. So it's only early, like I haven't even got the feel of the tide yet, so you know, it's only a matter of time before I hook into a few fish, like. Sorting the weight out. Very blustery conditions though. You can see the bites though. It's holding up alright in the water. I'm going to throw that one out a bit further just to see if it's out further out, because it does look like it's holding. Because there's a big bow in the land with the wind. It's certainly holding that lead up. Right, I've got one out about 50 metres and the other one out about 30, if that. Got them both together so you can see them. I will put the lights on shortly. I've got 6 baits out there now, so, you know, hell of a good chance of catching, like. I'll put the light on, but I won't put it right up in the air because of the wind, it'll blow over. I'll just put it up that far. In fact, if I put it through the fence, I might be able to hold it on the fence. Just trying to see if I can do it. I'll put that through there, open it like that, and then lock it. Might be able to hold it like that, and then it can't blow over. Right, that rod's off already, fellas, the one I just cast out. Keep an eye on it, it's just gone. Definitely a bite. Yep, definitely a bite on that. I'm going to pull it in a minute if it goes again. Definitely a bite on the rod nearest to us. There it is, look, I'm going to pull it. There's a fish on that. Just feel like I've got it, but it's a very strong pull with this wind, so you can't judge it really with the hard pull, but just feel like a fish. It's only a little whiting if it is. Nope, it's not. Definitely a fish though. I'm not worried, it's only early, so. Been having a go at that bait there, look. Shut back up. Oh. Chilly wind, fellas, really chilly. Chill factor's really bad. Oh, I don't know how that got bent like that, but it did. I hope it ain't going to blow into my towel every time, because it's a bugger to get it off the towel. It really is. It's a pain in the ass. I struggled the other day with this when it was windy and my hooks kept blowing onto the towel. I was having a nightmare. Always is a bit rough in wind. You know, everything's a bit of this and a bit of that in here. I'm definitely going out a bit further because it held. So it's not whistling through with the wind like. don't think it can move with the wind. I think it's just holding that lead up. It's not a bad day for fishing really. The wind's in our favour with the tide like. Oh, well, that was eventful. I definitely had a bite though, 100%. Got loads of flicks on it, but should have waited probably. When it's your first fish, you want to get it in, don't you, to get off the blank, but you know, I'll be back. Next time will definitely be a fish. See you in a bit. Right, I'm back, so I've just got a big chop down on this first rod. It might be nothing, but could have caught a bit of weed or something, but it's sort of slack line me, so you never know, do you? Just feel like there's a fish on it, I'll be honest with you. Could be weed like. Yeah, I got a fish. We're on, fellas, we're in. First fish of the night. I think it's a whiting. Yeah, it's a whiting, lip hooked. Get him out. Right. It's a skinny whiting though. Big, decent size one, but it's skinny. Just get my head torch off. There's some light on here. There we are, fellas. First one of the night. Whiting, about 25 centimetre. It's not fantastic, but you can go back. Live to fight another day. So we'll get off the mark. That's a blank out the way, so now we're looking for some fish. That's what we want. Always nice to get your blank out the way. Definitely. I've only got one rod light tonight because I snapped the other one the other night. I tried to undo it and I sort of bent it off the rod a little bit to undo it and snapped it, so I've just ordered a couple more, so I'll get them shortly. I wouldn't have thought. It won't be long. A couple of days and I'll have a new set of them. Like, I did have 4 but they're on the other rods and I forgot to get them off, so not a lot you can do about it. Just checking my hooks that I've got bait on them. That one's got a nice bait on it. That one's pretty much washed out. Actually, I might slide that up the line, to be fair. Wrap the other one on it, because I don't want to be skimping on bait, do I? There's a fact. I've got some pre-made baits anyway. They're all about this size. I've done them all about that size, little squid and black lugs. I haven't done massive baits because you don't really need them, to be fair. I've caught most of my fish on mediocre baits, so you know, there's not to go daft on them really. But I mean, at least the fish are here, that's the main thing. Once you get one, the floodgates might open. Like, I'm trying to keep the light out the camera. I'll just bait this up and get it back out. I don't want to touch my camera because I'm covered in squid juice and worm juice, so obviously I don't want to be taking my camera home stinking of bait, do I really? Our lass will go bonkers. So this is your worst nightmare if your other rod goes like the clappers and you're doing one up already. So you've got to be quick. When you've got 3 hook clappers out, you've got 6 hooks, you've got to be bloody quick because there's a good chance your other one's going to go like. Right, all good bait on there now. It's all good bait, not wrapped around anything. I sorted my lead out. So, yeah. Dry my hands and get ready for action. I've put my lines up this time. I've wedged my light on the fence so I can use it as a rod rest when I'm baiting up. That way I'm keeping the hooks. Oh, I forgot to do that one. That way I'm keeping the hooks off my towel, because it's causing me a lot of problems, that towel. So at least I know Squid and Black's working anyway. That's the main thing. So we don't get washed out a lot with this wind. Well, at the fart machine, Danny was supposed to be coming. He went to Paull to meet me. When he got there before me, he said it was rammed. So, and there was no space to be had. So I said, meet me at King George Dock, and then I realised King George Dock, the tide will be white out because it was bottom of tide. So I thought, well, I can't fish there. So the only option left then is to fish here. So I asked him to meet me here. He said he was popping home for something and he never come back, so obviously he thought better of it when he got home. You know, because it's a bit of blustery and what have you, like, you know, any sane fisherman would not want to fish in it. But to be fair, the wind's dropping off a bit and it's not that cold. It is chilly, but you know we've fished in minus bloody 5, 6 and 7 degrees, so you know it's like a summer's day really when you think about it. Definitely not to worry about anyway. It's going to get a lot bloody colder in the next few months, so you know this will be like a summer holiday fishing really. Certainly won't bother me in the slightest. I don't mind fishing in this weather. It is actually holding about 45 metres, so I have been casting a bit further. Obviously the wind's holding about 10-20 metres up. If you really wang it out, you're losing 10-20 metres on the cast because of the boat in the land and the wind blowing it. You know, it's stalling it in midair. But it's holding this tide up beautifully. So it's a favour to us tonight, really. It's done us a right good favour. Right, I'm back. So, I'm back. Right, so we're off the mark. We've got a fish. You know, I'm quite chuffed about that. That's kept me run going at Makro. I have not blanked this season. I've had a lot of bloody fish here. You know. I mean, I'm not going to be greedy tonight. You know, if I get even 2 or 3 fish, I'm not going to be worried because I've had that many bloody fish here that I really can't grumble. Thanks for all the new subscribers, by the way, pushing me to 4K. I'm only, as we speak, 201 away from 4K. So if you're not subscribed, click that little disc in the bottom right-hand corner and hit the subscribe button. It's completely free. It will never cost you anything. Just hit it, share my video, give us a like. And don't forget to give us a little comment in the video at the bottom, because it's always nice to I get a few comments and answer them. You know, I like interacting with other anglers and that, and having a good chat. You know, meet lots of them on the banks and that. So, you know, don't forget to leave us a message and that, and have a little chat. It's always good to see some interaction. It also helps the video as well. So, you know, as I say, share me as much as you can, and don't forget to subscribe, because it'll help a great deal in getting more content out there. It's nice to see Russ, one man, and his rod back out again. I watched his video this morning out with Marcus. You know, at least they never did a blank. It's first time out and there's no blank, so that's good. You know, whiting's a whiting, as I say, fish is a fish. So good on them. I'm glad they're out, and some more fishing content for you to watch, fellas. Anyway, I'll catch you in a bit, because I'm going to take a little break and have a drink, and I'll be back when them rods start jingling. You can see that, but I've got a really nice bite on that rod. Really nice bite, this one. I'm hoping it's a nice fish. I have been getting a lot of false bites though with the weed. There's been a hell of a lot of weed going by. It's been giving me false bites, but that did look like a nice bite. Could be a lot of weed though, as I say, I've had a lot of it. Yeah, it's weed. There's just a lot of weed about, fellas. Not a lot I can do about it. It's very windy as well. Now, the wind has got right up. It's blowing a good 40 knots, I reckon. I'm glad I haven't got a leader knot because it'd be all over, because I'd have lost every set of gear. But it's fishing alright at the moment, I suppose. I've only had one fish. Well, loads of bites though, but I say there could have been false bites. We don't know. I could have just been getting false bites in with all the weed. Got some nice squid and black on, like I showed you the bait I was using, so there's nothing wrong with the bait, it's good bait. I've just been fishing with a guy known to his mates as Carty to the left of me. He's been since 10 this morning, he's had 6 whiting and a flatty. But the weed's horrendous at the moment, so he's gone home now. He's give me a few of his black lug, well, a few of his fresh lug. So hopefully they'll come in handy when the fish come on, so thanks for that, mate, if you're going to watch the video. All them fish that I catch on them will be dedicated to you, mate. I'll let you know when I'm using your worm, and then if you're watching the video you'll know what your worm's caught like, so you can partly claim the fish. It's all fun, isn't it? But I'm enjoying it, even though I aren't catching mega fish at the moment. But don't forget, all my fish have been caught about an hour from top, or just 40 minutes or so from top, and we're still over an hour and 10 minutes away from that. I came real early today, so you know, I had it while 20 to 9. It's only just gone, it's only about 6:30. I haven't looked, but 6:21, so I mean there's still 2 hours and 20 minutes to our tide yet. So you know, it's all good, everything's running dandy. So I'm going to turn my lights off now, so I don't want to waste them, because I might stay here while midnight yet, I don't know. Depends how the fish are going. If I'm getting lots of fish, I'll stay. But I say it's Sunday the 26th of October and it's 6:22. So, you know, I might be here for a good 5 or 6 hours yet. You might be able to still see the rods, but I've got my lights off because I don't want to be wasting them if I'm staying that late. What you don't want to be doing is running out of light. I have got a bit of light on them, like. One of them ain't got a light on it because I snapped it off last time I was out when it was raining, and I couldn't get it off because it was just slipping in my fingers, so I sort of lifted it a bit off the rod to sort of get a grip on it, and it snapped. So as I say, I've ordered some new ones. I'll get them this week sometime, so I'm not bothered. They're not that expensive, and I've had them a couple of years now, so you know, about time I changed them anyway. I can't grumble. You'll probably be able to see them rods beautiful now because I was lit them up with my head torch, like. I mean, it's holding straight out, it's just we're catching a lot of weed. So we'll just have to wait and find out. I've got some lovely fresh black lug now, so I'm right chuffed with that, because sorry, not black lug, fresh lug. Looks like they've been freshly dug as well then, so look nice. So I'll be back if there's any action on them rods, which at the moment there isn't much of. See you in a bit. Oh, hold on. Did I just get a bite? The one with a light on it has just had a big flick down and back up, so was that a bite or was it just a bit of weed? We'll have a look, we'll stay on. You never know. Nah, it's not happening. So I'll be back when I do get some serious bite action. Back again, because I'm getting a lot of action on that rod at this side. Whether it's a false bite or not again, I don't know. It's just there's that much weed going by. I mean, it does look like a bite to me. It's been going up and down like a bloody yo-yo. I'm gonna pull it in anyway, because it did look like a bite. I saw the other one did as well, but it was a lot of weed. Oh, this feels like it's jiggling though, so maybe it is a fish. I think it's just weed. There's that much bloody weed out there. Because if I ain't got a lead or not, so I'd be struggling. Yeah, it's just weed. I've just got tons of weed, man. I think it's going to be really bad to see a bite tonight, to be fair, unless it's a big bite. I mean, the other rod's jiggling now. It's just weed, I think. I think it's going to be one of them nights where it's just awful. It might slacken off like it's slack water, but at the moment it's bloody terrible. I've got a lot of cleaning up down here before I go anyway, that is a fact. There's a hell of a lot of weed down here now. I've got half of the Amazon rainforest down here. Good if I got that fish earlier on, because I think I might have bloody blanked, you know. It's hard to get through the weed to, you know, make sure your bait's still there, like. I'm only casting out about 30 metres max. I can't go any further than that. But how many it's holding, it's just pulling a lot of weed in back with it. Getting a lot of false bite readings and you can't tell what's a bite more in there. I mean, the wind's dying off a little bit. I mean, it comes in fits and starts. You get a bad wind and then it sort of drops off for a bit and then it's back. You know, it's when the cloud cover comes over you get the bad wind, like. I mean, there's supposedly no more rain tonight. I'm just hoping the satellite imagery was accurate, because otherwise I'm going to get bloody saturated. I brought some wet gear though, so you know, that at least that'll help. Just watching this line drift over me other. I've cast one out further than the other, as you do, like, because I don't want them drifted over each other. I haven't changed my bait in the last 3 casts because there's not been no wrong with it. It's just a weed. Can't get over it, kind of thing. Right, I'll knock that off for now, the light. I think the best thing to do, fellas, is when the fish come on. When the fish come on and I actually pull one in, I'll show you the fish pulled in. And then we're not just keep mucking about putting the camera on for false bites kind of thing. So at least you'll get a real fish. And then obviously when they start biting and they're coming on, I'll start filming them all again. So I'll see you in just like 2 minutes after I cut you off. Quite a big whiting as well. So they might be coming on, like. He's lip hooked, like, so that's good. So it's my second whiting. This is a bigger one than the last one. I'm just turning my head torch off. There we go. Quite a nice one, that one. So beautiful little whiting. Getting back, that's fish number 2. So I'm being prolific tonight, but at least we're getting fish, that's the main thing. A lot of weed on that, considering I'd only just cast it out a few minutes ago. So you can see the bite, because that was a good bite, like. So that's the main thing, you can see the bite. It's just very bloody windy and a lot of weed about. If you can keep the weed off your hooks, you've got a good chance of getting some fish, like. I think I might put a bit of fresh bait on this bottom hook, because it looks like it's seen better days, like. Just go get a bit more fresh bait for that one. I have done a load of baits up, like. I've done lots of baits up. They're all about this size. All about that size, like. So You know, they're not huge, but you don't need really huge baits, I've noticed on here. I don't think it's going to be a massive session, but you never know here, do you? It just could just go mental. Chicken Oriental. You never know. It's got a bit of fresh bait on it. There's not wrong with the other two. They've got lovely baits on them, so the whiting had that one and it made a mess of it, so I changed it. But at least it's not a single fish haul anyway. You know, that's one good thing. We don't want to be getting one fish to waste, especially when you come out in this weather. You know, it's not good if you just get one fish. So I'm still sticking to about 35 metres or so, even though the wind has dropped. Because I want to get out far enough to get near them haddock if there's any there. Yeah, I want to know if there's any haddock about, so you know, so at least we've had 2 fish fillers. I'm quite happy now. We've got multiple fish. The guy to the left of me is gone, like, but he gave me his worm, and there's about 4 or 5 fishing to the right of me that I can see. There's another group of lads fishing to the left of me, about 200 metres up the side. There's loads out tonight. I wonder why. You can't blame me in my videos. Maybe you can, I don't know. Somebody's got to get the blame, haven't they? But the wind's dying down, as you can see. The little towel's not blowing so much now. You know, it might turn out to be a nice night. The clouds are lifted a little bit, so it sort of took the wind away. If it just stays like it is now, I'll be quite happy, because I'm quite comfortable like this. It's a clear night anyway. You can see the Humber Bridge perfectly clear, the other side of the river. I don't think you can pick it up on camera, but you've got the on side of the river there, look, and then you've got the Humber Bridge, which is them red lights in the distance. All them red lights in the distance of the Humber Bridge. The one, the big pylons in the middle, and you've got Siemens at that side, but I don't think you'll be able to see that. It's not lit up that well tonight. I think the ship's out, so you won't be seeing that. So right, I'm going again. It started to bloody rain, believe it or not. There was no rain forecast. I'm going to have to put my leggings and stuff, and it's raining heavy anyway. Right, I'm going to get going. I'll be back when the rain stops. See you in a bit. Wet gear on, and just managed to get it on, and I've got a lovely bite on this rod. Whether I had the bite or already or what, I don't know. But I've got a nice bite on it anyway. Whether I missed it or not, I was putting my leggings and stuff on, and I might have missed it. I think it's still there though. I'm going to pull it because it looks like it's there still. The land's a bit slack as well, so. I might got wrapped around that pole actually. Could be a fish though. Indeed it is, fellas. Fish number 3. Bigger fish this one. It's a lovely whiting, but it's a big one. Tell you what, they're getting bigger. Nice one, that one. Beautiful fish. There we go, fellas. Biggest one of the night so far. About 32 centimetre. Lovely little fish. Lip hooked. Whiting. He's going back. Looks like they're moving on now because that's fish number 3. That was caught on that lovely fresh bait I just whammed out. Just check my line. So you can see the bites. I had that on a couple of minutes ago, but I was putting my wet gear on, so I had my boots off, so I couldn't get them over it. So there's fish out there. You know, it's nice to get a brace of them now, isn't it? Get this back out because they might start coming on now. You know, it's the humber's fishing fantastic. The question is, can we pull a cod and an haddock in tonight? That's the thing. Can we get one of the top 3 fish, haddock, cod, bass? That other rod's going, I think. Let's get this one out first though. Don't have a look at that one. Get this one back out because he ain't going to catch fish if they're not in the river. I'm able to get out a tiny bit further now because the wind's dropped a little bit, so it's not nicking a lot of my distance in the wind on the line. I'm going to pull this other in and rebait it, I think, because it has had a few little knocks on it, but I don't think there'll be a fish on it, but you never know, do you? Just turn that round a little bit. Let's go with it because I don't want to tangle it with the other one. There could be a fish on this because it has been knocking a bit. Nah, it's just weed, but I'll change the bait anyway. Put some nice fresh bait on this while that one's out. Because if the fish are starting to bite now, I prefer fresh bait on really. Just get the scissors to cut it off. So considering it's windy, it's held lovely. Makro's been alright really for drift this year up to now. I can't say I've had a load of pull on it really. It's been alright. Keep an eye on that rod because it might go. I've got fresh bait on that one. You never know these wind conditions, it might just bring some nice cod in. At the end of the day it's different, isn't it? So different weather conditions, different wind conditions, and the cod might like it. Like, just get this bit of wind inside of me. It's gone down my rod a little bit because I hate casting out. There's a bit of weed catches your top eye as you cast out what you run down your line. It's not good, is it? Right. Get 3 lovely fresh baits on there. They're not huge ones, but you know, big enough kind of thing. I have done some bigger ones, but sort of this size. That's the size I'm putting on the 3 of them there. If I move you over here, you can see me baiting them up, because at the end of the day, you're not going to see out there, are you? It's you won't see a thing. Like, just roll that light in a bit further. On me. Plus, you can keep an eye on that rod for me. You'll have to use a bit of telepathy though, because obviously it's in lab, so it'll be difficult, won't it? Well, you know when you get slimy squid and you can't hold it in your hand. I think some of the fellas are just arriving to fish. Which I think it's them lads that fishing with the other night. Perfect time to start fishing now at this time of night, because they're starting to bite. I had 2 whiting in the last 10 minutes, so you know, they're biting now. I'm putting my biggest bait on the bottom because cod are bottom feeders, obviously, so you know, I'll put it on my lowest hook, and then, because that's where they're likely to be, innit? Keeping an eye on that rod. Probably missed a bite on it. You can't really watch a rod while you're winding elastic around the end of your hook. That's bait number 2 on. And the juiciest bait for the hook nearest to the lead, because that's the one we're looking for cod on. Of course, they've all got a chance of a decent fish, like, but the bottom one's got the best chance. In fact, it'll be interesting to see if I do catch a cod on it, if it is on the bottom hook, because then we'll know, won't we, for definite. Right, that's the legs baited up. Just check that I'm not wrapped around the end, and I'm not. The hand's white. Get this fella out while the wind's dropped and the fish are about. I might be able to bang this out a bit further because it's holding. I'm quite surprised, really. I know it's not a huge time, but it's holding. That's back and both back out. Leave that one to settle. Something for you to watch anyway, fellas, isn't it? While I was looking about. But let's leave that settle. It'll be bouncing around for a while. I did knock it out quite far, that one though. Just see where it goes. It's not gripped yet. Come on, slow down because it's catching the other line off. Might have gone too far with it. Might have been a bit greedy there. I think it's crossed the other line now. Yeah, I was definitely throwing it out way too far. Might have to move that, bring it back in and recast it. Because it pulls to the wall, it's going to... It's not hit the other line anyway, so I never saw it move, but it has crossed it. Just swap them over. Gone way. Man, I haven't drifted that far. It's because the other one's virtually straight out, that's why. You just think it's gone miles like, but it hasn't. It's alright. It's fun actually. Yeah, it's fun that. It's how lovely that all do, mate. Right, it's starting to rain again, so I'm going to have to cover the mic. The camera. But if I get any other bites, I'll be straight back on with you fellas, so I'll catch you in a bit. Right, I'm back fellas, got a bite on this first rod one with the tip light on it. It's been jiggling quite a bit. I think there's a whiting on it. But as we know, I've had a lot of false bites, so you never know, do you? I've managed to get 3 fish out, so, you know. I'm going to pull it because it's been going for about 5 minutes. I did leave it to see if it was weed. I've got a feeling it's a fish. Feels like a fish anyway. Feels heavy unless I pull a good bit of weed on. Feels heavy. I might have a double edger anyway. Well, it's got a big piece of weed. No, it's just weed. Just a hell of a lot of weed. It's coming like a washing line. Not that you can see all that, but that's what I'm contending with really. It looks like you've got a nice bite and it ends out to be just a hell of a lot of weed. Luckily I'm fishing braid and it's quite easy to get off. Like, it's off in millimetre seconds, like, you know what I mean? Faster than you can blink. So I can get it straight back out. That's how quick you can get it off with braid, it just falls off like. Hell of a lot of weed coming in though. Must have had some big storm. I'll clear all this mess up by the way before I go. I won't just leave it there. I will scrape it all up with my feet and throw it back over the side like. So make it look presentable when I leave. So that can go straight back out. Got all that weed off. There was a hell of a lot of it like, but it's off. It's a bit of excitement for the camera, isn't it? Something different than pulling fishing. It has been a busy session. I've been pulling in a lot, rebaiting a lot, but it's mainly due to weed. I'll try and throw it a bit shorter so it holds up a bit better in the tide, and then I might not be gathering so much weed like. I've got lots of fresh lug, lots of it. I've got blow lug and black lugs though. I'm saving them till near a top of tide because it's still a way down yet. Right, we'll back out. Turn my lights off for now because I don't want to waste my camera. I have got a small light on like. So, right, that was a false alarm, so I'll take a break. If I get a fish, I'll be back. First rod nearest to us. Lovely bite. Was a beauty of a bite that. Multiple bite as well. I hope it's still sniffing around me up because it tastes to have gone, but I wish I'd have pulled it without putting the camera on. That's how good a bite it was. I think it's gone. Shame that. That was a lovely bite, that. Best bite of the day. Probably was only a whiting or something, but it was a lovely bite. I'm hoping it's still about. Could be a flatter. You could have took me bait and just sat there now, chewing on it. So I haven't seen a flatty anyway this season. I've seen somebody pull one in, but I ain't had one. Definitely no fish there, unfortunately. Was a shame. Wish I'd have just run to it and pulled it. I missed it because I was walking around with bloody cameras. I'll keep an eye on it anyway. If it does go again, I'm just going to pull it and show you the fish because, you know, I could have had that. See you in a bit. Well, we're back again. I've just had a great big bite on this far rod. Looks like a whiting bite again, but the rod was going mental. It's a bit difficult to get it in, obviously through the weed. Fish feels everything actually what it is, but I don't manage to get it in. I just forgot to put the mic on again in my haste, but as you can see with the weed, it's a nice size whiting. There's been some quite big size whiting coming out tonight, to be fair. They seem to be getting bigger in the Humber for some reason. Let's hope the cod are twice as big, because obviously they'll be coming on in their numbers soon. But as you can see, it's a good 32-33 centimetre whiting. So we'll get him back. Right back, folks. I've just had a couple of flicks on this first rod. One nearest was without the light on it. It's got a couple of nice flicks on it. So I'll just keep an eye on that. It's not big, like. If it had been a big fish, it'd have had it by now. So we've got something sniffing around the hook and having a few jabs at it, like. So I'll put you back on. Check my battery as well, because that's not far off out. I might have to swap it. That appears to not be doing anything now. It would have been a whiting probably. Sniffed me hook out and disappeared. Let me just check this battery because I've got a feeling it's going to run out. It's less than halfway. I'm liable to get a big fish on there, beep 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 as I pull it in. Just starting to spit a little bit again. Although the cloud's definitely gone. There's just little clouds about now. So we're I'll tell you what time it is anyway. It's 7:46, so we're an hour from top now. So we're about the area where the bites start coming in. I might start swapping to worm now. Because it has, the wind's died down a little bit and the pull's definitely stopped. I don't know what the weed's like because I haven't pulled it in for about 10 minutes, but you know, the weed might have died off for all I know. But I've definitely had a few little rags about on that hook on my right hand rod. So I just thought I'd bring you back and in case it was a fish, but I'm going to get going anyway. I'll be back if I don't get a fish on it. Well, I brought you back again. Once again, I forgot to put my mic on in my haste because it was a big bite. and I had to rush to my rod, so I forgot to put my sound on. But yeah, it's another whiting to add to the collection. I don't know how many that is now, but 7 or 8, 9, whatever. I'm sure people are going to be counting all these up, but it's a whiting fest tonight. Fishing's been great, to be quite honest. You know, if it stays like this for a couple of months, it's going to be a great winter season. Obviously we want more cod and whiting, but as you can see, it's a nice size whiting, nice clean fish. It's just been a great session. So I'll probably be back in the same spot in a couple of days' time and see if we can get some more fish. Because why not? If all the fish are out there, why not have them? So I'll catch you in a bit. Right, fellas, I've just changed the battery, so I don't know what the sound and everything's been like. I've had to change the battery. It went off midway short. If them last 2 fish never had sound, I'll narrate it or something, or I'll stick some music on. But you know, I think I've had 6 fish now, something like that, and can't remember exactly, 5, 6. It's definitely 5 or 6. But it's only early. It was about an hour from top yet, so I'm going to start switching to black lug in a minute and see if I can get some bigger fish, because it's just fishing its socks off at the moment, is this place. And I've just got a feeling I might get a coddy or a nice haddock tonight, so I'll bang you back on that rod for a minute. But at least you've got new batteries in, just in case the action hops up, like, because you know there's no worse than getting a big fish and you lost it on camera. So you know, I just thought I'd get the new battery on and what have you. But I've just cast them both out anyway, so you haven't missed out. This is the last time I'm going to use this bait, and then I'm going to switch to black lug, so we'll see. It's starting to bob a bit now, but the wind's dropped right off, so it might start holding up in the tide. So I'm going to sort these black lug out and I'll be back shortly. Brought you back because I've just had a lovely bite on this first rod, the one nearest to us. This one here, got a nice bite on it. Might get you near the action anyway. It's that first rod. A lot of bob in the tide now, like. But it was a nice bite, so probably only a whiting again, like. But fish is a fish, innit, at the end of the day. I'm going to swap to a pennel in a minute anyway. I've just got a pennel out, and I'm going to put a big bait out and try and get a big cod. I'm going to leave it to 3-up flapper out as well, obviously. Just sorted all my black lug out on my fresh blow lug, and I'm going to stick a pennel out. But it just shows you've done it. I put the camera on and it's gone, that bite, but it was a lovely bite, that. Wasn't huge, but it was a bite that let you know it was on, like. You know, I had 5 or 6 tugs, like, so obviously didn't like the taste of whatever it was biting. Well, it is a shame that. I expected a fish there. Well, you can't win them all, can you? I'll put you back out the way, because I'm going to pull it in anyway in a minute, and I'm going to put that pennel on. I was just going to rig the pennel up, like. I might leave you on for a bit anyway while I put this bait on this pennel, because that might go again, that, if that fish is still about. At least if it does go again, you're already on the camera, aren't you? Because I don't know, I keep forgetting to put the bloody sound on. You know, quite a few times now I forgot to put the sound on, because the bites have been going thick and fast, and I've had a lot of early on I was getting a lot of tidal bite, and you know, thought it was a bite and it's just a tad. So I got a lot of that as well. So that like doubled my bite action, even though a lot of them weren't bites. But you can certainly see them now because the wind's dropped, and it's just a bit of bob now and out else, so you can see everything. It's still on that fish, I think. It's off again. Do you see that? That is a good bite, that. I'm glad I've left you on it. I'm going to bring that in, fellas. I'm going to put you on camera here. Because you saw that yourself, didn't you? It was off like a bloody clappers. I think it's on. So I'll bring it in. Probably a whiting, like. You can't even tell it's on at the moment. I think it is on there. It does feel like a fish. I can feel something wriggling. Yeah, it's definitely a fish. Definitely 100%. I'm stuck. I'll have to drop it and bring it back up. Yeah, we got a fish. I told you it was a little wiggle, isn't it? Ooh, it's a big white in that one. That is a big fella. Biggest one of the night. I'll check it for a haddock this time. I'm not going to make the same mistake twice. Get behind that light. Well, fellas, this is a good 36 centimetre whiting. And I'm not joking, it is a big one. Look at that for a stamp of a whiting. Look at that. Lovely fish, that. And it is definitely a whiting. I think that's number 7. So throw him back. That was taken on, believe it or not, squid head again. They're liking that squid head, aren't they? I got you in on the action there, didn't I? Right, I'm going to leave this rig out because I keep getting fish on it. So I'm going to bring, it's had all my bait on that one. When I bring the other one in, I'm going to swap it to a pennel. But that rig's staying out because that's the rig I've been catching all the fish on. I'm not stupid enough to put it away. So when I've been getting bloody fish on it, I've got another squid head here. I'm going to wrap it on. This is what I've been wrapping on. Squid head. I've made a fit rig, but I've left the squid head there. I've just been dangling it over the hook at the end when I've wrapped it on, like. So super duper. That's all I can tell you. So I'll put that on. We can put that end so that the squid head is at the hook end, and I'll wrap that up and I'll dangle the end on the end. I'll dangle that on now before it falls off. Right, so now we've got squid on there with its head on. We've got black look and squid head. That's what I've been getting the decent whiting on. That's nice one though, that. That was take homeable size, but obviously I haven't took it home. You can't take them all home, can you? At the end of the day. Check the other bit and that can go back out, and I took all that weed off. It's been a lovely rig this. I've had some right good. I'm going to when I take this home tomorrow, I'm going to or tonight, I'm going to duplicate this rig because I made this rig in the shed, and I just whipped it up real quick, and I've caught so many fish on it, it's been ridiculous. So I'm definitely going to, that's the one I said I'd take home and frame the other night, because I've got all fish on it. Had the haddock and everything. It's a cracking rig. I mean, that can go back out. It's not right on the head, is it? No, right. So when I bring the other one in, I'm going to put the pennel on it. I'm just going to whip a big bait on the pennel and then just clip it on as I pull the other one in. across there. It's been a cracking day's fishing, really. I mean, I can't grumble. I haven't had all the fish together, they've all been spread about, like, so it's not like I've had all the fish together and then it's gone quietish. It's, you know, they've just been all over the place. But can't really grumble, as I said. I've had some good fish. So I'll be back very shortly, hopefully with some more fish. But you've been spoiled for fish tonight. Right, I brought you back because I've just cast both rods back out. The one on the left is a 3-up flapper with just blow lug on. Big blow lug, one on each hook. And the one on the right is a pulley pennel. They're both out at a distance. The other one's a pulley pennel. It's got a big squid and black lug wrap on it. That one's targeting the cod and the haddock, hopefully. And the other out there is just targeting anything that moves. But I mean, obviously cod will still take me 3-up flapper. It's now a few minutes before slack water. It is, I don't believe the tide's 8:43 and it's 8:39, so it's about slack water, so that's why I've pulled it out a bit. I'm out about 70 metres, it's holding dead straight. You know, the tide's going to shift in about 15 minutes. And let's hope it doesn't rip through, but it's only a smallish tide, so I can't see it really ripping through. And usually fish is well going down, doesn't it? So, but I've had 7 or 8 fish. I don't know exactly. I think I've had about 8. I just can't remember. I ain't really been keeping count today, to be fair. I'm sure I'll end up with double figures before I leave, like. But I don't know what time I'm staying till. If I'm getting cod bites, obviously I'll stay. If I start pulling some decent fish, I bought that last whiting I pulled in. That was a really nice size take-homeable whiting, that, but I threw it back. You know, let it live to fight another day. Might grow as big as the one I caught at Paull last year if I throw it back, like. But it's certainly holding its ground now. I've been stuck a few times, but I've got off. It's just been plugged in the mud. But I'm expecting that left rod to start jiggling because it's got them lovely fresh lug on it, and you know, fresh live lug, you can't go wrong, can you? They're more likely to go for that bait rather than the other. Oh, there you go. The pennel's off. That'll be a good fish. Here it goes again. That was the pennel. So if it comes back. Oh, it was a nice bite, that, fellas, but it's had a good jerk at it and not taking it, like. Might come back though. It's only a whiting bite. I mean, it didn't want to pull down or anything, so you can tell when cod and haddock get them, they just go for the straight full bait and swallow the lot and just swim off with the mouth shut. So obviously you get the big pull down and the slack liner type of thing. There's still some good bites out there. I just thought I'd leave you on the camera because with me just casting them out with fresh live lug on and fresh blacks on, I thought you know, I might get some serious action, which obviously I just did. But didn't take the bait, did it? Oh, I hope. I hope it's still moving on it. Yeah. No look on it. Right, I'll take a little break then for now. I don't want to just bend the camera out for no reason. It did have a good bite, but you know, it's gone. So I'll be back if we get some fish. You won't credit it, fellas. I turned the camera off. The camera, yeah, it went mental, chicken oriental. And look what we ended up with. We got another big fishy. It's a whiting, but he swallowed me hook, I think. Might have to get the pliers out for this one. Actually, I might be able to get it out of my hand if I'm lucky. I might just be able to get him out if I'm lucky. Yeah, I did. I got him. Right. Size of this fella. They're getting bigger, these whiting. That is a beautiful whiting. Look at the size of that. Massive whitings, man. You can go back. That was on the 3-up flapper. That pennel's been going like the clappers, but there's been out on it. That's one with the fresh lug on it. I'm going to put some more on it, I think. Best time of the tide now, so I don't want to be messing about, do I? Really. Just hope that rod don't go while I'm playing around with this lug. This is what that cart he gave me before he left earlier. This lug. So I've just had a fishy on it. Well, that one's out there. I've had some right good bites on that one. Gonna slide a few up the line on this. I might attract a big cod. It's pretty down slack water, so it should start getting a bit of mental biting like. Where's that other one? Can I get any more on that? Might be able to get another on that as well. But the stamper whiting tonight's been superb. Cannot fault how big they've been. I mean, there's some lovely whiting in the Humber. Seems to be getting bigger every year, don't they? I'm still going to knock this out a fair distance because for one thing the weed's gone off, and for another thing it's slack water, so I can get away with it. I'm going to knock it out a fair distance. Got caught in my coat. Right, I've got quite a few black lug on that. Sorry, blow lug. I might bring that pennel in and might bring the pennel in and wrap some because that's been knocking, wrap some blacks around it, knock it back out while it's still slack water so I can get a good distance. Might even have a fish on this because it was knocking quite bigly, you know, big, so I could have had a fish on it, and it sat there. It just feel heavy. Come back clean though, so I can strap some black lug to it and get it back out. know I've caught on with the line. That's all I need. Wow. It's not that bad actually. I'll pull that off. What have I got wrapped around that, man? Oh, there it is. Get it under there, it should come off. There we go. That would have been sacrilege if I'd have lost that. Right, that one, I'm going to bring it in. It's got a lovely bait on it, like, but I'm after a cod on that, so I'll try, I'll elasticate a few fresh blacks on it. A few fresh blacks on it, make the bait a bit chunky and see if I can get a big cod. Right, this is going to be really big, fellas. There's a hell of a lot of worm on this. You know, go big or go home, that's what I say. That's going to be a right tasty bait of bait, that. You know, any stray cod swimming away now, out where the tide, he's going to look at the size of that. That's got some chunky bait there, man. Right, let's get that fella back out before that other rod goes, because it might do. Can't grumble, I think I've had 9 fish now, or 10 fish, I don't know, somewhere around there. I don't think it's over yet either. I think I might end up with my best fish now. I'm going to pulverise this out and see what I can get, distance I can get on it. I hope I don't lose it, like, because you can get a bit stupid, can't you? Right, that's out about 80-90 metres. Still settling. Right, they're both out. You've been spoilt again on this video, I mean, you know. The bites have been great. I can't really fault the fishing for the last, well, all the last videos have been great. I mean, I've had ridiculous amounts of fish, and you might wonder why I keep coming back here, but I mean, you can see he's just pulling in fish every cast virtually. There's that much action in the Humber at the moment, it'd be silly going anywhere else. People come far and wide to fish here. We're just lucky that we live close by. Right, I knocked that at 2 o'clock and it stayed at 2 o'clock. The reason I put it there is because when slack water goes and it pulls back round, it should straighten up. I'm just hoping I get a cod now. It'd be lovely if I can pull a cod in. It would top my night off. I mean, I won't say no to an haddock either, but, you know, I love a cod. A decent one, like 3 or 4 pounder. I mean, I've had a 2 pounder, but I prefer a 3 or 4 pounder. And that's got a beautiful bait on it. That's got a real coddy bait on it. They're both out of distance, but the Pennell's out a good 10-15 metres further. I'm glad I put a new battery in my computer, in my camera. I've nearly said computer, in my camera, because you know, I've had quite a few fish in the last 10-15 minutes, so I almost turn the camera off, because I know for a fact I've got three great big baits out there. Well, 4 anyway, and it is slack water, so it's easy for the fish to see the bait when it's not flying all over the place. It's now 8:56, so that tide's going to start swinging in a minute. I'll know when it does, because I knocked that Pennell out at 2 o'clock and it stayed there, and once it starts swinging my way, which it will do at that distance, then I'll know the tide's moving. I'll have to reel it in, cast it short before it wraps on me over line. That little flapper on the left, God knows how many fish I've caught on that rig. It's been the best rig I've ever had, man. It was hammering the business the other night, and it was hammering it on that 30 odd fish haul, and it's been hammering it tonight as well. I must have the hooks and the lengths and the everything just set perfectly on it, so I'm going to take it home and analyse it, and I'm going to make one exactly the same, maybe 2. And I'll use that as my secret weapon. Because I think this is the 4th session now, there's been over 80 fish. I think it's 80 something fish, something like that. No, sorry, 5 sessions, and I've had 80 odd fish. So, right, I'm going to turn the camera off for now, but I guarantee you when I turn this camera off, I'll be back within probably 2 minutes, because both rods will be going and something daft like that, because it always does. So I'll see you in a few. Right, fellas, I kid you not, less than a minute has gone by and both rods are going. I've got quite a lot of rattles on the left rod, and the Pennell's just had a quick up and down twice, so there's something sniffing around both rods. One of them is going to pull a fish in. Which one is it? Or even both? They're not big fish. But there's definitely movement on both rods. It's a camera case, this, I'm telling you. I turn it off, they both go. I turn it back on and they stop. You just can't predict it, can you? You just can't predict it, what's going to happen. You see them go and you think, yeah, I've got a fish. But when you put a camera on, it's just been a few nibbles and gone. But I think the tide is going to start going out shortly. It ain't going out yet, but it's going to do shortly, because I think it's only slack water for about 10 or 15 minutes, isn't it? And I think it's now 9 o'clock. That proves, look, only a few minutes have gone by, both rods go. It's sod's law, I'm telling you, it bugs you sometimes, because when you don't put the camera on and you reel the fish in with a bite, you get the fish. When you put the camera on and reel it in with a bite, you don't get a fish. It don't always happen like that, but it does a lot of times, and you also miss a lot of fish by messing around with the camera. And by the time you got your sound and your camera bit going and everything, and your lighting, you ran to your rod, the bloody bite stopped and the fish is gone. when you had a perfect opportunity to get it on the bite, like. Strange how both rods went, and then now they're not. Right, I'm going to go again then, but you'll probably see me with the fish next time, because I'm not going to put the camera on for the same thing again, so I'll be back shortly. Right, I've thrown you back on, fellas, because I've just smashed 2 great big baits right out there. I picked the pennel with some lovely fresh lug on it, and that 3-hook flapper, and I've absolutely pulverised it out there about 90 metres. It's going out, but it's holding, believe it or not. I'm still at between 1 and 2 o'clock, so I'm quite happy. The time is now 21:39, so it's 20 to 10, so it's been going out about 45 minutes. You know, if there's any cod about, this is about the time to come. So I've put some beautiful baits out there, smashed them right out as far as I can get, hoping it'd hold, and it did. So let's see what happens. It does usually fish good about this time down. I've heard further up a guy's just passed and said they've had haddock and cod further up, decent size one as well. So there's definitely cod out tonight, and decent size one apparently, so which is why I've smashed them big baits out. I'm surprised they've both held really, but they have. Although it's not a huge tide, there's still a lot of people fishing. To my left of me there's about 2 or 3, and to the right there's a good 8 or 9 people still fishing. There's plenty of lights on all the way down there, so there's a hell of a lot fishing tonight. It's the wind keeps coming back and going. It's about 5 mile an hour at the moment. There's been a bit of spit coming down, but it's been holding off mostly. All I'm waiting for now is a slack liner, a big pull down. And the slack liner, that's what I want. You know, I've got the bait out there to do it now. I've got my best bait out there, and I've knocked it the furthest I've knocked it tonight. So I mean, I've had enough whiting. I think I've had 10 or 11 whiting, so I'm not that worried about getting another fish, unless it's a cod or an haddock really, or even a bass. You know, either one of the 3 will do me nicely. It'll set my day off, that. And to hold up in the tide from that distance going out is pretty damn good. So I fancy my chances. That pennel, I've just been strapping blacks to it every time I brought it in. It's got really fat now with a big bait on it, so it'd be nice if I got a big pull down, wouldn't it? And a slack liner. Because we haven't got the target species tonight. We was coming for cod, weren't we? So I'll even settle for a consolation haddock. I reckon there'll be some good fish come out tonight, because there's been a lot fishing. You know, it's amazing how many people have actually been fishing tonight. Even this has been pretty full. There's been people next to me, different people at different times. You know, for all day really since I got here. I think I got here about 3:30 or something like that. I can't remember offhand. I think it's about 3:30. By the time I'd set up and had a chat with a guy next to me, it was gone 4. In fact, it might have been gone 3. I just can't remember it. I'll know at the beginning of the video, like, but I just can't remember. It was quite a while ago anyway. It was around 4 o'clock-ish, somewhere on there. I think I left our house about 20 to, I don't know, I think it was about 3 o'clock when I left our house. Can't remember. But yeah, there's still time to get a nice juicy cod. You know, as I've got most of my cod have been caught on the down, so I think they have the last scavenge hunt before they go back out to sea, like, so Just need one to pass my hook. It's just started to rain again. I have got wet gear on though, so if it rains I'm going to be dry. I'll just have to hide the camera under the bag until it stops, like. Right, I just thought I'd bring you on and tell you about this change of bait and the distances and stuff, and you know, to see if we can get a cod or an haddock. So I'll be back shortly if I get a big drop down or something. What I thought was an almighty pull down, and I've got two huge haddock, two huge whiting on it. It's a double header. Really big whiting these. These swallowed that. I'm going to have to get that out. Very big these. Very, very big. Well, I want me bait back if possible. So I'll have to be careful getting him out. Right, there's one out. These fish are massive, man. Right, let's get my head torch off. I do need to see though to get the other one off. Right. What bloody size of them whiting? That's a good 35 plus that. Really big whiting. Huge, man. Right, that's one. Get him back. And then we've got another one. He's gonna have to come out with pliers as well. He's not gut hooked, he's just swallowed the hook a bit further down. Got him out pretty quick, that one. They can go back like, but another nice fish. See what this is first, because I haven't even looked at it. It is only whiting, but I've got my torch on. Another big whiting, double hooked. So I don't know how many fish that is, but you can go back. I fired that pennel out there with loads of fresh lug on it. I'll show you what I've put on it. Hold on. Because I made two. This is what I've banged on it. That is what's on the pennel. Absolutely huge bait with a squid head on the end, which I'm going to attach to the hook, obviously. But fish are coming in thick and fast. I didn't get that on camera because it gave me the almighty pull down. I thought it was a cod, so I had to get to the bloody rod quick, otherwise I'd have lost it. Luckily I didn't, so I can go back out. So I got my bait back. Don't know how many fish I've had, like, fellas, but it's probably about, I don't know, 11 or 12 or something. I aren't going yet because I know it fishes well on the down and it's holding. So, you know, the only time you go is if there's loads of weed and you're not holding. All the time I'm catching, I'll stay. So that's another two fish to the collection. I reckon we might get a cod if we're lucky. Because you don't realise how actually really well it does fish down. Well, that big fella's going on that pennel when I bring it in. That's a lovely fresh bait ready for it. Should have brought an inhaler with me because I forgot to take a few blows of it before I come out. And I do have uncontrolled asthma, so really I should be taking a couple of blows on it before I come out, really, because it lasts about 8 hours. But can't grumble. Right, I'm going to take a little break now. I've just thrown them back out, but I'll take a little break. If they do go really bad, obviously I'll just pull them in and show you one, but you know, I really want to, you see the pulling, but obviously thought that was a cod and I didn't want to lose it, so I'll be back shortly. There we go, fellas. I think it's weight number 12 or 13, I can't remember offhand, it might even be more. It's only a little, in like about 22 or 3 centimetre. He can go back there. Really looking for that cod. I'll throw that back out with some more lug on it. What have I got left on it? I'll reach that lug, probably. Just started to rain again, people. I don't know if that's skib or it's a bite. Not much left of these worms really. Better off trying them out on the wall, I think. That's alright. I think I've still got time for a cod before I go though. But they've had a couple down there, because they've been there quite a while. Got to make sure you don't stand on your worms when you got 3 hooks. Just a whiting fest really. I mean, I have had some nice bites. You know, that big double ear I had before them, that one was just pulled in, that was I thought that was a cod. Because it would give me a slack liner and a drop back like, but it just turned out to be 2 big whiting. Right people, I'm going to knock this about, not as far this time, probably about 40 metres. Because it let go last time and I don't want untangling, so I'll just knock it about 40 metres. Should howl then. That's it, solid, that can't even. I have to let some line out. How bad it is. Let's get my light off. Right, that's about 13 to 14 whiting we've had now. I lost count on that double one. I just can't remember how many I've had, but I've had a couple of good bites, like, but shame about the cod and the haddock, but it's still early. I mean, there's still cod about. I've got a chance for that big bait I've just thrown out, so that's drifting with the tide now. All these big fish that have swam in have all got to swim back out again, haven't they? So they'll be hungry before they go out, probably try and get the easy food. It is pulling a bit now though, it's starting to rip through a little bit. I think we're, what time is it now? It's now 22:43, so been going out 2 hours now, well about an hour and 40 minutes, 45 minutes. So it's still, should still be fish about, because I usually fish it about 3 down and I'm still catching before I go, so. But it always does fish better down here. And it fishes well at bottom water as well. Right, I'll disappear for now. If I get any fish, I'll be back. Right fellas, I'm still here, but time is knocking on. It is now 11 o'clock. 2300. I'm still getting some huge bites. I just lost a couple of fish. I got a real big pull down. I got the fish. Whether it was a double header or white or not, I don't know, but it was on my big pennel bait. And it pulled me into a snag. I got it out, but I lost the fish, so, you know, probably a couple of whiting, probably. It's been whiting mostly, well, it has been whiting all night. There's a hell of a lot of bloody fish out there though. I mean, you know, if you can get through the whiting, I reckon there's some nice big juicy cod and haddock out there. It's just getting through them, innit, basically. If you can get through them, you're laughing. But I'm still getting plenty of bites. If I wasn't getting bites, I'd have gone by now, but so I'm still getting the bites, so it's that pennel I want the bite on because it's got a lovely bait on it. Time to get rid of these black. Look at them. There's still quite a lot of people fishing down here. Yeah, still rods out there. It would be nice to get a cod like. I think it's getting to the point now where I might be taking one rod in shortly though. I mean, I've had enough fish. I'm just getting a bit greedy now because I wanted more fish, but I mean, you get spoiled, don't you, when you start catching a lot of fish? Because you go that often without only getting one or two fish, that when you do start pulling, you know, quite a lot of fish in, you get a bit greedy and you want more and more, like. But you know, I have been here for 7 or 8 hours now, so I deserve a big pull down bite and a slack liner. That's what I deserve because I've been here all that time. Still quite a lot of people fishing further down though. Yep, there's people still fishing. Right fellas, you see that bite on there, don't you? I think that's the pennel. It might not be like, but definitely a bite on it. So there's still fish about. Won't be long before I wrap up though now. I'm trying to run these lugs out. So I was just hoping for a cheeky cod like before I went. You always think your next cast is going to get it, don't you? Definitely something playing with that bait. I can't remember if that's the 3-hook flapper or not. Could be the pennel. If it is the pennel, they won't get the bait off that. It's massive. That's the one with the squid head on it. Right, I'll be back if I decide to pull them in. Right fellas, I've wrapped up. I snapped off, so I wrapped up basically. I'll show you the time. It is 25 to 12. So I've been here just over 8 hours. I've had 12 or 13 waiting. I don't know exactly how much, but I'm sure you'll keep counting the video somewhere. Somebody will know. It's been a great session again. I had no cod or whiting, but I've had some lovely bites, and they could have been, but you know, I lost one getting pulled around somewhere. It was probably a double header of whiting, like, because that's what it's been all afternoon. There's been a few cod, and haddock come out further down. But other than that, all I've got to put away is my light. It has been raining since you was last with me. That's partly what made me want to pack up, because I snapped off, and then I seen the clouds coming over, and I've looked at the weather forecast, and there is a front coming across, so, and the wind's getting up, so I thought I'll go. There's no point in staying, so I'm getting my light off. So it's been a great session anyway. Again, that's about 7 sessions I've done here now, and I've had decent fish, like, so you know, it's been a cracking session. I've loved it. I mean, may it continue, and you know, I'll keep coming all the time. I'm catching fish. Somebody down there fishing, I think. All the time I'm catching fish, I'll come, like. But I did try going on Paull, couldn't get on it. King George the tide was out, so I ended up here. But in a way, I'm sort of glad I did, because I ended up with plenty of fish. You know, they don't have to be cod or haddock, do they? But you know, as long as you're catching, that's the main thing, because that's what you come out for. So from me, Jimmy Cod Bites, from a blustery Makro, nearly the early hours of the morning, and another great session. From me, it's a very, very good night. Take care, everyone.